Attention passionate Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news now. Hold on, because what I'm about to tell you might just be the biggest bombshell of the season. Rumor has it that the Cleveland Browns, currently sitting at a disappointing 3-9 record, are making some serious waves in the NFL trade waters. And the target, none other than one of the league's most disruptive pass rushers, Myles Garrett. Yeah, you heard me right. The Browns, who are clearly in a rebuild mode with a hefty cap space of around $12 million and not much left in terms of draft assets, are supposedly weighing a blockbuster trade that could send Garrett, one of the league's top defensive ends, over to the Bills. And if this turns out to be true, it could reshape the entire landscape in the AFC East and beyond. Sources close to the situation whisper that Cleveland is looking to swap Garrett for a third-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft and a fifth-round pick from the Bills. The Browns are seemingly tanking hard, especially after their struggles on the offensive line following Deshaun Watson's inconsistent season, which has seen the team surrender an average of 22.5 points per game. Their offensive line is suffering, and their defense, despite Garrett's individual brilliance, has been a shadow of its former self. Cleveland's front, which once looked formidable, has seen its sack numbers decline, down from last year's figures, and their pass rush hasn't been able to keep up with the division's best. They're clearly in a rebuilding phase, and parting ways with Garrett might be a strategic move to recoup draft capital and start fresh. But why would Buffalo go after Garrett? Well, folks, this isn't just about adding another player to the roster. It's about bolstering an already potent defense that's been a cornerstone of their success this season. Garrett, at 29, is still in his prime and is widely regarded as one of the most elite edge rushers in the league. In 2025 alone, he's amassed 5 career sacks and boasts a PFF pass rush grade of 93, which is top tier among defensive ends. His 2025 stats are nothing short of spectacular. Playing 12 games, he's recorded 35 solo tackles, 14 assists, and 49 combined pressures. He's also racked up 19 sacks for 127 yards, with 3 forced fumbles. That's the kind of disruptive force that can flip games in an instant. This season, Garrett has been a nightmare for quarterbacks. His pressure rate per game is projected at around 3-1, which could push him over the 25 sack mark if he stays healthy. His PFF WAR, wins above replacement, of 3.4 compares favorably to some of the best pass rushers in recent history, like J.J. Watt back in 2011. Interestingly, Garrett's ability to generate double teams, over 52% of the time, means he's often drawing extra attention, opening lanes for the Bills' other pass rushers. His impact isn't just on the stat sheet, it's on the field where he commands respect and creates chaos. The Browns, on the other hand, are making some tough decisions. They're freeing up around $25 million in cap space to invest in their secondary, which has struggled, especially on third downs, where they allow a 31% conversion rate. Their pass rush as a whole has seen a dip. Sacks are down from last year, and their overall team performance on defense has slipped. Cleveland's trying to rebuild their roster and develop a new identity, and parting ways with Garrett might be their way of accelerating that process, even if it leaves a big hole on the defensive line. Meanwhile, for the Bills, this potential move is huge. They're currently 9-3, with playoff odds standing at plus 2,500 and a cap space of just about $16 million remaining. Adding Garrett would mean injecting elite-level disruption into a defensive line that has been somewhat inconsistent lately, especially with injuries to Ed Oliver and Shaq Lawson. His presence would not only boost the pass rush statistically, projected to generate 15-plus sacks, which is elite, but also dramatically improve their win rate on pass rushes, jumping from around 22% to nearly 50%. That's a game changer. Think about it. Garrett's ability to generate pressure consistently would force quarterbacks to rush their throws, increasing turnovers and reducing the time Allen has in the pocket. Allen, who has been playing some of his best football, would gain even more time to make those critical decisions. And with Cook's YAC, yards after catch, increasing by 15%, the Bills' offense would become even more explosive. Garrett's presence could turn third-and-long situations into manageable plays, boosting the team's EPA, expected points added, on offense and defense alike. The statistical projections are pretty eye-opening. Garrett in 2023 has recorded over 150 pressures, and if he joins the Bills, the team's points allowed could drop from 18 to around 13 per game. That's a massive step towards becoming a top-5 defense again. Plus, his ability to generate sacks and disrupt plays could elevate the Bills' chances in close games, especially in the playoffs. The Bills already have a solid core, but adding a player like Garrett enhances their championship window significantly. And here's another interesting point. The odds favor Garrett becoming a huge X-factor in the postseason, with a 96% run rate and a projected 5 sacks in the playoffs. He could be the difference maker in crucial moments. The Bills would be doubling down on their defensive strength, and with Garrett's proven ability to pressure the quarterback, hypothetically around 120 pressures in 2024 if he were to join Cleveland, Buffalo could be looking at a defense that's not just good, but fearsome. On the flip side, Cleveland's shadows are growing darker, and their hopes for a quick turnaround look slim, especially with a 3-9 record. Their rebuild is ongoing, and losing Garrett might be a blow, but perhaps it's a necessary sacrifice to gather more draft capital and give their young players a shot. For the Bills, though, this could be a golden opportunity to capitalize on Cleveland's situation. A trade like this would send shockwaves through the league and could very well be the move that pushes Buffalo even closer to their ultimate goal of another Super Bowl appearance. Now, I know some fans might be skeptical about giving up draft picks for a player like Garrett, but let's be honest. Sometimes, you have to make bold moves to stay at the top. The Bills have shown this season that they're willing to do whatever it takes to contend, and adding a player of Garrett's caliber would be a statement move. It's about building a defense that's relentless, that strikes fear into every quarterback they face, and that can carry them through the playoffs. The AFC is stacked, no doubt, but with Garrett in the fold, Buffalo's chances skyrocket. And let's not forget, the Bills have a rich history of making smart, aggressive moves when it counts. Whether it's signing key players, developing young talent, or making blockbuster trades, Buffalo always aims to keep that Super Bowl window wide open. Garrett could be the missing piece that turns a good team into a legendary one. The potential is enormous, and the timing couldn't be better. So fans, keep your eyes peeled because if this trade goes down, it's going to be one of the biggest stories of the season. The Bills would be sending a clear message to the league. We're not just here to compete, we're here to dominate. Garrett's arrival would energize the fan base, boost morale, and give the team that extra edge they need to chase down another Lombardi trophy. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Competing at the highest level, pushing every limit and dreaming of that ultimate victory. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Buffalo Bills news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Buffalo Bills fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster? Do you think the Bills should pull the trigger and go all in for Garrett? How would his addition change your confidence in this team's Super Bowl chances? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Bills. Remember, the offseason is where legends are made, and this could be one of those defining moments. I'll be back soon with more updates, rumors, and analysis, so stay tuned and keep that Bills spirit alive. Let's keep dreaming big because the best is yet to come for Buffalo.